How you doing? I'm back again. Mark Cahill here. The previous video that I was recording was interrupted because the doorbell rang, and I was expecting to receive these business cards later, but I had these business cards made up, and they're pretty cool. I wish I had gotten better paper now, but it's hard to tell those things. But here is a picture of the business card, and on the front or the back, however you look at it, is a picture of myself and a statue of Mary at the Ascension Rosary Garden in Ascension, Florida, Ascension Parish. Such a beautiful statue, and my brother took that picture. I won't use his name because I don't know if he wants it published on the internet. So anyway, he's my brother. But on the back then you have the typical business card information with the contact information, the website address, etc. So just wanted to share that with everybody out there. Hopefully, there's some people being edified by this this video. I am still a work in progress, as is this ministry, still trying to understand and discern, exactly what it is that God's calling me to. I have an understanding of the concept that, I am willing and open to be used in any way that God, gifts me to be able to share His Word and, share His presence with others. And, one of the ways that I kind of understand that at this particular time is to be a servant to those who are engaged in parish ministry, because I live here in an area where parish life is primarily the way that Christians have organized themselves and choose to live out their Christian identity. So we have typical parish life in many aspects, where the weekends are usually the focus of activity at the church. Obviously the Sunday liturgy being the most significant and important aspect of Christian life for those who are in the parishes. But we do have ways to be involved with Christian community at the parish. Typical ways: the prayer groups, some adult education classes, some Bible study coming up, which is being heavily promoted by the pastor. And these are all ways that Christians in America attempt to participate in Christian community, which is so vital and essential to the maintenance of Christian life. But it's very artificial and structured in a way that's unfamiliar. I think would be very unfamiliar to especially the early Christians, whose lives were a daily communion with one another and with the Lord, and creating environments of authentic Christian love, which sustained and helped to encourage and promote each other to contribute to the primary mission that all human life, especially Christian life, is supposed to be all about. Transmitting the knowledge of Jesus Christ to others, primarily through the daily lived experience of community life and relationships with one another. And I mean, the Christian family is a microcosm of the larger Christian community, and it's the foundational element of that. And so within the Christian family, this is supposed to be lived out, and that's supposed to be the source of renewal in life. To be salt for the earth and light for the world. That the Christian family is supposed to be that fundamental unit, which is why a renewal in family life is so important to keeping this nation on track, or getting it back on track, I should say, because if we're honest with ourselves, we are not a great nation any longer, because greatness is not measured by military might, economic power, and things that other people in the past have always mistaken as the signs of God's presence and messiahship. I mean, back when Jesus was here and walked historically on the earth, there was a lot of people within the Jewish community whose expectation of Messiah was based on an earthly kingly ruler who would exert his power and authority and overthrow the Romans and restore Israel to this great, worldly kingdom and power, which all other nations will bow down to, people still haven't learned a lesson about that, 2,000 years later, especially sadly, within the Christian community, that being a follower of Christ is not about exerting my authority and power and, boasting about the greatness of the treasures and riches that God has given to me in the material order of things. That's just simply ridiculous. And anyway.